Supreme Court justices are taking a look at a number of cases that could impact the lives of everyone all around the country.
Our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes, is joining us to look at some of the most impactful cases. And let's start here with the social media that was talked about earlier this week. It was a question of whether public officials can use their social platforms to block people. Where does the Supreme Court side on this? I know the Biden administration is asking, hey, there's a separation between professional and personal. What's to break down here?
Well, anytime you have a split of authority, then this is when the Supreme Court will kind of step in and give us guidance, right? And so you have two different cases we can look at. One in California where school board members blocked the public from, jumping on a page, and the courts there, the Court of Appeals, sided with the school board folks. And then you have a Detroit case where the same type of situation where an individual was blocked, one individual was blocked, and the Supreme Court sided with the other folks in that case. And so now you have this split of opinion. Well, who was right? In the Detroit case, this guy had a private page before he ran for office, won, then kind of created like a public page. Still put his kids on there, still put food on there like most of us do, but also put like public policy and agendas and things like that. And so now has that page become like a public forum? Well, a public forum, you can't stop dialogue. That's protected by the First Amendment. So if I'm stopping you from participating in this dialogue, now have I violated your First Amendment rights? That's what the Supreme Court has to do. One thing I'd have to say is I listened to oral arguments for the first case, or the Detroit case, and the biggest portion that I'd say is that you're first trying to explain to folks that really don't even use social media what's actually happening. And so while not to be discriminatory with folks that are of a certain age or well seasoned, what I can say is that's part of the problem, actually understanding what's happening. But as technology increases, these type of conversations are going to happen. We're just seeing them happen while these individuals are being taught and explained on how to use it, which is a different type of avenue that we've never seen before.
So depending on the verdict, what does that do to common folks like us when it comes to social media?
Well, I think what we want is we want elected officials to be accessible. You want to be able to touch them, because at certain places it seems like they're untouchable, right? And so when you have people like the former President Donald Trump using social media to communicate with folks on a more personal level, it opened up like just a new way of communication. What I am worried about is if the court rules against it, says that now this is now a public forum that will have less interaction with political officials, because they'll say, well, now this page is turned into a public page. I can't use it the way I want to because I'm scared that what I say, I may be blocking someone that I can't do. And so it could have a ripple effect where less elected officials will want to get on there. For the public person, for the regular citizen, I think what happens with them is you may have less impact or less interaction with your elected official than you will now.